In the late 1970s, Clarendon was home to so many Vietnamese businesses that it was known as Little Saigon. On Neighbourhood Day, the echoes of Little Saigon helped us remember that time. We'll tell you more about that later. But first, you know when you've run over a pothole. But did you know that Arlington has a program to minimise the number of potholes that appear each spring? It's true. We resurface streets throughout the county on a rolling basis every March through November. Now you can check a new map on our website to see when the streets will be paved. Search for the word paving to find the map and search pothole to report a pothole. We fix those too. Arlington County's public lands just grew by 6 acres. We're buying the property across the street from Washington Lee High School. While we don't have specific plans for the land yet, it is zoned for light industrial use. So uses could range from storage to school or county facilities to open space. How the property will eventually be used will be determined by a community conversation following the completion of the Community Facilities Study process. For more information, see the news release on our website. Arlington voters will use new voting machines starting with the Democratic primary on June the 9th. The new machines take a paper ballot which is digitally scanned into the ballot box. Voters can mark their ballots and the system provides a durable record of all votes cast. Residents checked out the new system recently at a voting machine open house. To learn more about upcoming elections and the new voting machines, go to vote.arlingtonva.us. In the 1970s, Clarendon was a bustling hub of small businesses known as Little Saigon. A lot has changed since then, but we still remember this unique part of Arlington's history.
It's an exercise in memory.
We are celebrating the history of Clarendon and its origins back in the 70s as Little Saigon.
From the mid-1970s to the mid-1980s, this area, because of metro construction, the rental became very, very affordable to newly arrived refugees. So that's why the Vietnamese flocked here and created a little Vietnam town. It's called then Little Saigon. And for about 10, 12 years, this is the crux of the Vietnamese community. People come here to shop, to eat, to buy things that are familiar to us, go to cafes, go to restaurants, and so on and so forth.
I'm a mixed media artist, and as an artist, I'm always interested in identity. How do we perceive identity? How do we look at identity? I asked Michael Horsley if he could collaborate with me. I used his photograph to rebuild all these buildings that existed here in 1987, each individual building, and then in collaborations with the Virginia Tech urban planning graduate students who did most of the major work in terms of interviewing all the residents who used to be here and get an oral history of what it's like back then. But then combined with mixed media as a way to think about our memory or celebrate an event. Here I'm celebrating the Little Saigon that existed here.
You know, Arlington has for many, many years been a place that welcomed the stranger, and that was no truer than when the fall of Saigon, and this was all torn up because we were building metro, and so the storefronts were cheap. It was a place people could come and get a start, and that's exactly what they did. And then when the subway got finished and things improved, they moved on.
To learn more about historic places in Arlington, go to our website and search preservation. Hundreds of dogs and their humans strolled through Bluemont Park to raise money for the Animal Welfare League of Arlington. Over 3,000 companion animals benefit from the league each year. You can help by volunteering or donating to the shelter, or by adopting one of the many dogs, cats, or small animals who are waiting for a home. To see photos and learn how to help, check out the website at awla.org. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time around Arlington.